LAPD. We'd like to take a look around.
And best of all, a confession.
Are you going to tell me what's going on? Or do more innocent people have to die?
I'm not lying! She got up and left, that was it!
You think your threats frighten me?
Answer the question!
All right, gentlemen, take your seats. Let's get this over before lunch. Floyd Rose of the Homicide Squad has decided to take early retirement. We will all miss Floyd and the steely edge he brought to his police work. The department has arranged a wee drink at the Galway Arms to quench the mighty thirst a man gets from 25 years of police work. Floyd's departure leaves the place at the top table, and the chief has seen fit to promote Cole Phelps from burglary to the homicide desk. Stand up, Phelps. Take a chair. You're in the major leagues now, Sonny. Rusty Galloway, a fine lawman of the old school, will be taking you under his wing. Your first case is the murder of a woman, found last night and bearing all the signs of the werewolf. Get out to the scene, lads.
Woo! Nice. What is happening, guys? It's your boy Rusty and welcome to LA Noire. We have finally joined the homicide desk, being promoted from the last episode, which is awesome. And our first case is the red lipstick murderer. Let's get this bad boy.
I'm just praying the prince comes.
Alright.
Mouthpiece store strips off me at the grand jury. Case got thrown out. Now the DA wants my head.
No, that's not where I want to go. We do have a new suit. We want to head outside. And we have a new car. Yes. Where's that chubby boy? It's in, brother.
Do you have the address?
It's been all over KGPL.
Alright, where are we going? Left. Okay.
It's off Temple Street, between Belmont and Glendale.
En route, bro. Whoa!
Any central unit, car 16.
What happened to Rose?
Parker wants the chief's job. Word is it's either going to be him or Thad Green. So they're both clearing the deck.
So where does that leave you, Galloway?
Leaves me saddled with a chump like you, Phelps. I didn't ask for you and I don't want you, so keep it to yourself. See if you can learn something about seeing how a real cop operates.
What did he mean by the werewolf?
Medallion. The Daily News came out calling him the werewolf killer. The Examiner came up with the Black Dahlia.
We any closer to catching him?
Not a chance. 6 months and hundreds of guys running down leads and we got nothing.
You don't think this has anything to do with it?
No, I don't. 90% of murders are domestic, Phelps. Some guy gets into a beef with his wife, he takes it too far. This will be the same. But cutting someone in half and leaving them off the sidewalk, that's a one-off.
Why so many women this year?
Because of the war. You should know that. Guy gets to kill people every day in combat. Comes home, is expected to take lip from his wife. What do you think's going to happen?
It's that simple.
Like I said, most of the time it is.
No new cars. Nope.
Crime scene is just up the dirt road, detective.
Oh wait. No, that's no. Alright. Get up the road.
How about a scoop for the Examiner, Galloway? You could use some good press.
Another tramp, another message. Is the werewolf back in business, boys?
Do you have a mother, asshole? A sister? How about showing some respect for this poor woman? Let us do our job, and Detective Galloway will give you a statement later.
He's good, Rusty. He even sounds genuine.
That's Phelps, guys. The war hero. Defending the honor of murdered humps.
You're used to it, Phelps. Move it along, guys. You got your pictures, you got your headlines. Now scram.
Okay. Son of a bitch reporters, eh? No nice cars. Oh, I'm taking that police cruiser right there. Alright. Let's see what we got over here.
Patrolman, this your beat?
Yes, sir. Well, part of it. Kids park here, they use it like a lover's lane. It's a working neighborhood. Some trouble, but nothing like this. It's known locally as the Moors.
You were first on the scene?
Yes, Detective.
No one's disturbed the body?
No, sir. We cleared out them vulture reporters so Pinker and the coroner could work. They're waiting to talk to you.
Go house to house and see what you come up with.
Okay. Oh boy. Let's see what we got. Ooh. What's over here? Okay.
Cause of death?
It could be the head injuries. She has been badly stomped.
Jesus.
The cuts look...
What caused the blunt force injury to the face?
Yeah.
Could be anything from a baseball bat to a lug wrench.
Oh, damn.
I'll have more details after the autopsy.
Alright. Fuck DD. Okay.
What about this wound on the finger?
Something removed. A ring, most likely. I assume it was taken post-mortem.
Okay.
Interesting.
Nothing. Alright.
What does the writing on the victim mean?
BD. Like Dahlia? Tex? Your guess is as good as mine. Could be something to it, or it could be the killer's trying to throw you off the scent. Either way, I'll run tests on the lipstick.
Any idea of the time of death?
From the temperature, I'd say after midnight. I'll confirm with you later.
Alright. Roger that, Doc. Let's see what else we've got over here. Ooh. Hello.
Looks like some kind of puzzle or parlor game.
Yeah. Oh, too much. There we go. Oh, wrong way. And the United States. Oh. Nice.
The Bomba Club. Why steal a table lighter?
The Bomba Club. Yeah. Alright, let's see what's all got. A purse and a hairbrush. Probably nothing, but just check it out anyway. Yeah, definitely nothing. Alright. The purse.
The victim's bag?
What do we got? Oh, there's the lipstick.
Looks brand new. Can't be the one used on the body.
Alright, where else we got? And C.
What can you tell me about the shoe prints?
Size
Men's
8.
size 8s.
Okay.
Pinker lifted impressions for me to compare back at the lab.
Can we get to the Bomba? A man could die of thirst on a case like this.
Okay, let's make our way to the Bomba. The Bomba Club. Oh, I'm taking our car right there. And let's go. Where's my boy? Rusty? Weird saying my name. Rusty, Rusty. Come on, Rusty. Oh, come on, dude. Really? You're gonna slow walk into the car? Yeah, cunt. There we go. Thank you. Alright. Oh. I didn't mean to do the siren. I almost bloody hit the thing. Jesus, this car doesn't turn for shit. Alright, let's get it out of here. Ooh.
The werewolf? For my money, a copycat.
Let me just make sure I've unlocked this car. I have. Alright then. Never mind. Come on.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? A big head to hang on your wall. The caller of the decade.
Oh,
I've been working evidence for a BD case for 6 months and got nothing.
There's a difference, Rusty.
Oh, yeah?
I just started working it today.
Okay, Oddshot. What's more likely? The werewolf comes back around, leaving us alone in the courts?
He clearly has a thing for power. Power over women. Why not power over the police department as well?
Let me finish, Phelps. A guy opens his mouth again after 6 months of stewing. For some opportunist who's been reading about the BD figures, he'll rip off the MO and get himself a freebie.
That's not totally fantastical.
You know, the Examiner and the Daily News might be good at coming up with monikers, but they're terrible for police work.
I need to unlock
There's a reason we didn't get...
Wow, how lucky am I? Hey, buddies.
You've got to be kidding.
Come on.
We're driving this?
Yep.
Out of the car! Police!
Hey, what are you doing?
Shut up, man. I'm burning your car.
Great.
Cool.
How are we going to look getting around in this thing, Cole?
I've unlocked it. Don't give a shit what I look like, mate. What about this truck? I feel like I haven't unlocked it.
LAPD, police emergency.
You sure you're a cop?
Yep.
You've got to be kidding. We're driving this?
Alright, I've unlocked this. Never mind. Cool. Okay. Back onto the road. Alright. We've arrived at Bumba Club. See what's going on.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Were you working here last night?
Yes. How can I help, officer?
You can start with your name.
Garrett Mason.
You're the regular bartender on nights?
I'm a temporary barman. I work for an agency. I fill in at bars across town.
Do you remember a woman who came in here last night? 5'7", about 110 pounds, blonde hair, about 40 years of age.
You mean Celine Henry?
Yes. Do you know anything about her?
I don't. But the owner, Mr. McCall, serves her most nights. Would you like to speak to him?
I would.
He sits at the back of the club. Wears a hibiscus. You can't miss him. Is there anything else?
Fire away, Phelps. I'll stay here. I'm a little parched. Pour me 3 fingers of rye.
Typical, eh? Gotta do all the hard work here. Anyway, the bartender told me to speak to the owner.
You ought to meet Joe's buddy.
Who is this gentleman right over here?
Detective Phelps, LAPD. We're investigating the murder of Celine Henry. Do you know her?
Celine? Oh, Christ.
House officer.
Sure I know her. She and I and Jacob, her husband, we go way back.
She was here last night?
Sure, she's a regular. Celine was a lovely woman.
All right.
Was Mrs. Henry here with anyone last night?
Not at first. Celine already had quite a head start.
But she attracted attention?
Certainly. A few gentlemen became very enamored with her and her stories. One guy in particular.
Okay.
You know him?
No. He's been in a couple of times.
Did they leave together?
Yes. At around 11. If it helps, I made the guy's license plate.
Okay, nice.
I think this could be a great help, sir. Thank you. Mrs. Henry appeared to be missing a ring, torn from her finger, but not her wedding finger.
Celine always wore a red garnet ring on the large side. Larger than life, like Celine herself.
Did she have it a long time?
Sure. Since way back in her flying days.
Did her husband buy it for her?
No, it was before Jacob.
Doubt.
I think you know where the ring came from, and I think you're gonna tell me.
Okay, I bought it years ago. I carried a torch for Celine in those days. Guess I always have. Her old man never knew about it.
You know the husband?
Sure I know Jacob. He was in the Corps. He met Celine on a furlough and married her when the war was finished. He put up with a load of shit.
Do you think he killed his wife?
No. No, not in my opinion.
Doubt.
So if it wasn't Jacob, then you probably let her out of here with the guy who killed her. How do you feel about that?
Stow the attitude, will ya? I tried to get onto Jacob. I rang him up, asked him to come pick her up like usual. But he refused. And she picked some night to push him over the edge. I rang him back around 11:30, but got no answer.
Thanks, Mr. McCall. You've been a big help. One more thing. Would you have an address for Celine?
142 North Union Avenue. God knows I had to send her home in enough cabs to remember that.
Nice. Okay. Well, let's go to...
Where's that goddamn place?
Where's the phone here? Hello?
Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Hey, what's the hurry? My stool was just starting to warm up nicely.
Why is this? What is this?
Not everything here is going to be relevant.
Yeah, I know. Why? I don't know why it vibrates.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a registered owner on a license plate, 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. I'll need to contact the DMV. Shall I relay the details via KGPL?
Please. Thanks.
All good? Alright. Let me just buy a pack of cigarettes. No? Can't do it? Okay. I mean, there's nothing else in here? You sure? Just, you know.
Sam is taking.
Alright, cool. Well, let's get out of here. Where's my ride? Here's residence. Let's go, go, go.
Do you find the booze helps you get through a working day?
Sharpens my investigatory instincts, Phelps.
A smart lawyer might use that to throw out anything you collect today.
A smart man might know it's unwise to stand between the patient and his medicine.
As long as you're not falling over, Rusty, I'll let it slide.
That's mighty kind of you, Phelps. You know, you picked the wrong job with a healthy thirst defense code.
We owe it to this city to do the best we can in this position. As homicide detectives, that responsibility is all the more serious.
Always the politician.
It's not political, it's practical. Maybe the men combing short murder were more interested in sniffing out booze than the clues that would have led to her killer.
Yeah, well, if only you'd been there, choir boy. Betty Short would be alive, the Japs would have spared Pearl Harbor, our ancestors wouldn't have tasted the forbidden fruit.
Minor syntactical error, Detective Galloway. I never claimed to be able to prevent crimes. I only suggested a proficiency in solving them. Guess that's the drink slowing you down.
Oh my God, brother, oh brother. It's worse than I could ever have imagined.
Alright, we are here. Let's see what's happening.
I'll try the back door. Wait here a second. Side window's been jimmied. Looks like somebody's creeped the joint.
Alright. So the back window apparently has been smashed in. And somebody's broken into this place. Oh yeah, they definitely did. Look at the mess. Oh, there's a newspaper. Hello. Alright. Cool, there's 5 newspapers. Nice. Okay, what else we got here? Biz. Nice little recorder. What do we go through here? Oh. It's a lot of mess, nothing vibrating though. Okay. Oh, let's check out the sexy shoe.
Size 9s.
Jesus,
Above average for a lady.
Damn. Nothing on the table, just cards, biz, nothing. Okay. What do we got here? Oh, there's the broken window.
Burglar used a pry bar. Why did you kick the door in?
You think I'm gonna climb through a broken window in a $30 suit? You got another thing coming, Buster.
Good point. Good point, Rusty. Okay, there's a note. I'll take a look at that in a second. I can't go through there, okay. Nothing here. What? What's the lamp? Oh, god damn it, dude. Alright, nothing. Come on, give me some good here. Oh, there's the ring box.
Tiffany? The rest of the stuff is junk. Might explain the missing ring.
Mm-hmm. Now we know what she looks like.
A regular Amelia Earhart her day.
House.
The ring looks distinctive.
Is that her house? Yeah. Okay. Let's go see that note on the fridge.
Celine and Jacob are obviously having problems.
Clearly.
It speaks to motive.
Crime scene evidence still weighs against it being the husband, but Jacob could give us something to go on.
Okay.
One of my exes drank like this, you'd be feeling the back of my hand.
Is he drinking there?
Call in burglary and get technical services out here. I'll talk to the neighbors.
Oh,
don't take all day about it, Phelps. I'll get nasty when I'm thirsty.
Oh my god, Rusty, man. You're a goddamn alcoholic, you know that?
Galloway, homicide, badge number 564.
Hello.
Requesting technical services.
Nice bag, though.
459 and 142 North Union.
I knew it wasn't safe around here anymore.
LAPD. Are you acquainted with Celine Henry, Miss?
Horgan! Jennifer Horgan. I've known Celine for more than 10 years. Our children grew up together. What's going on, officer?
Did you see Mrs. Henry go out last night?
Well, I'm no busybody, you understand, but Celine had been drinking. And she and poor, long-suffering Jacob had a terrible row. I think Jacob may have given her a black eye.
Ooh.
He stormed out and she went back inside.
Did he come back?
No. Celine was listening to music and shouting until she left around 10 p.m. She was very drunk to have been driving. But she is not the sort of person you can stop from doing something when her dander is up. What is this about, officer? Is Celine all right?
I'm afraid Mrs. Henry has been murdered, ma'am.
Murdered? Oh, my God. I'm afraid I need to go and sit down.
Oops. Well, I had to break the balls. Anyway, let me just check a bit. Oh, I can't use her car. Son of a gun. Oh well. Okay then, let's get to our car, and I guess we'll go down to that apartment that was left on a note. Oh.
Let's see what Jacob has to say for himself.
I don't think Jacob is our man, but we should see what he has to say.
Jacob.
Jacob Henry had a violent argument with his wife last night. He's looking more and more likely.
Wow.
Hey!
Really? Son of a bitch.
For my money,
Oh,
the
well.
broad keeps the house looking like that, she probably deserved it. The skipper says bring him in and keep the hacks off her back for a while.
Fine by me.
So it ain't the werewolf killer after all. Good to see you come to your senses, Cole.
I always said work the evidence. I only stipulated a connection to the BD killer as an avenue of investigation we should leave open. And as far as I'm concerned, it still is.
All units, opposite 391 Broadway, Mallory's Cafe, 391 Broadway. Unit to handle code 3, identify.
Give me a break!
Oh, almost. God damn it. Alright.
Okay, Phelps, we go in hard. You follow my lead.
You are the boss, Rusty.
You Jacob Henry?
Yeah. Who's asking?
LAPD. You're under arrest for the murder of your wife, Celine Henry.
Murder? Celine?
Save the dramatics
Oh, my
for
God.
RKO, pal. You got bigger problems.
What the hell are you talking about? You come in here, you tell me that Celine is...
Take a seat, Mr. Henry.
she's-
We're gonna have a look around, then we'll talk.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
Alright. That's Jacob right there.
I get even the slightest
And let's
hint
look for
flight
clues.
risk, pal.
By the way. What? Oh. X. X. Okay. Clearly there's nothing there.
You think the atmosphere's thick in here? Wait till you try to gas it.
And I should do it right there.
He'll be back in a moment. Just sit tight.
The oldest problem there is, what to do about the old lady.
Okay. Oh, my bad. Oh, my man's packing his suitcase. Where you going, brother? See what size he is. And size 11. Dang, boy.
Size 11s.
Unfortunately, you're not our guy. Alright. Well, I don't think he's the one then. Unless there's a fake shoe.
So who could have killed Celine? Where did she go last night, Jacob?
A bar, I suppose. Look, I don't know.
Lies.
You know where she went, Jacob. You're lying. Why would I help you if you keep lying to me?
Look, I'm telling you, I don't know.
That's so funny.
We know she went to the Bomba Club.
The bartender there, he calls me if things are getting out of hand, and I go and I bring her home. He called me last night. I said no. Phone rang a couple more times after that. I ignored it. I'm gonna have to live with that.
When did you last see your wife, Mr. Henry?
Last night. I went to see her. We talked. Things got a little out of hand. I left.
Okay.
You don't remember what time you last saw your wife alive?
Look, I'm sorry. I left. Maybe 9 p.m. Might have been a little later, but right around 9.
Okay. Motive for murder.
Why did you kill her, Jacob? Things will go better if you come clean about it.
That's a lousy thing to say. I never gave up on my wife.
That's clearly a lie.
I don't believe you, Jacob. I think you didn't have the guts to do it yourself, so you had someone else do it.
You want to back that up with something, Big Mouth?
Yeah.
Huh?
The note. That note in the kitchen. What is it? Death threat. Yeah, that one.
The note by the phone suggests you meant her harm.
You want the truth? Truth is, I was sick to death of her. I was trying to have her committed.
Oh, here we go.
Nothing.
God damn it.
Let's just leave it at that.
What's the...
What's this bunkum?
Oh my god, what is happening with me? Why can't I... What the hell is going on?
Doesn't look good for you, Jacob.
Okay, here we go. Oh god, I forgot the bloody oh, bitch. Oh, shit. Come on, Rusty. Okay, that was the worst fist fight I've ever had. I just forgot what the controls were. So it's basically L2 to like lock onto the target, and then square to dodge, and X to punch back, and triangle to finish off. Good job, Russ. Good job.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a patrol unit to transport a suspect back to Central.
Certainly, Detective. You have a message from the coroner. Do you wish to be put through?
Yes, ma'am.
Carruthers,
It's Phelps.
I've completed the autopsy. Several wounds to the head from a blunt metal instrument. Closest match would be a socket wrench handle.
So the cause of death was the blunt...
No, the blows to the head surprisingly were not fatal. Death was from hemorrhage and shock from the fractured ribs and multiple injuries caused by the stomping.
Anything else?
He's some kind of sex fiend. The tissues of the anus were bruised about 1/8 of an inch, but no trace of semen in the anus, vagina, or stomach.
Thanks, Doc.
Damn.
Operator, give me R&I.
One sick guy.
Any word on an owner for that vehicle? License was 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. The plate belongs to a brown 1936 Pontiac. Registered owner is one Alonzo Mendez of 402 South Fremont Street, apartment 16.
Okay.
Thanks. Any other messages?
One, Detective. From Captain Donnelly. He wants any and all suspects returned to Central. Interviews to be set up immediately.
Got it. We're coming in.
Okay. Okay, so we gotta get back to our police station because the captain's orders. Let's go.
Carruthers said she took a real pounding.
Maybe if he had been a little firmer in the beginning, he wouldn't be in this situation now.
I imagine that Neanderthal routine is a big hit with the ladies, Galloway.
Women love me, Phelps. I have no complexion to get.
Doesn't look good, Jacob. You're in a big jam here. You lie to me, and I can't help you out. Do you understand me?
Yes.
All right. Access the murder weapon.
What do you do for work, Jacob?
I'm a mechanic. Engines, differentials, transmissions, that kind of stuff.
So you have access to tools?
Yes, I do.
Your wife was brutally beaten with a socket wrench handle, then stomped to death. How do you think that looks, Jacob?
I was home in bed.
You're full of shit, Jacob. The truth is you hated that bitch. You followed her and dragged her into the car and then took her out to the moors. She woke up and you smashed her face in with a socket wrench.
No.
And then you stomped her. You stomped her because she's a drunken whore and she treated you like shit. You stomped her for all the years you had to take it. You stomped her because you are such a weak fucking sister, Jacob, and you wanted to erase all memory of it. Go on. Try to deny it.
I was at home. I should have gone to her at the bar, but I didn't. You can't prove I wasn't home.
No. Wrong for trauma, right income, no. Lighter. No lipstick, no sunset.
I can. The bar owner, McCall, gave you up. He called your house right at the time that someone was smashing Celine's skull in and got no answer. If we find that socket wrench, you're gonna fry. Get it off your chest. Tell me you killed her.
I killed her, all right. I killed her dreams. She was an aviator, famous in her day, flying around up there like a bird. But she never wanted to come back down. You know, my pop was a sod farmer, dirt poor. I joined the Corps, trained to be a mechanic. I did better than my father did. I worked hard for it. It's all you can ask of a man. But Celine, she never wanted to come down from the clouds. She wanted everything I couldn't give her. All I had was security. That was never going to be enough.
You did it. Everything points to you. What does Tex mean, Jacob?
I don't know what you're talking about.
He actually looks like he
I need a reason to believe you, Jacob.
You want a confession? That's what you want?
That's exactly what we want.
Seems to me there are two types of marriages. First, where the couple love each other equally and everything's roses. And then there's the other, where one person loves the other more than life itself and always puts them first. Chumps like me, who love them no matter what, no matter how badly they behave. That's it. That's my confession. I loved my wife. And I'll take any test you got to prove it.
Alright.
Your marriage was over. You took her in and she threw it back in your face. You didn't go over there to hurt her. It just got out of hand.
It's not how it was.
You gave her a
You're
black
lying,
eye.
Jacob. It was falling apart and things got violent.
I'm not lying. I'm telling you how it was.
Not what the neighbor said. Where's the neighbor's testimony? Neighbor, Marshall, probably. There you go.
Jenny Horgan says you blackened her eye.
It's all right, Jacob. The DA will understand. In your shoes, I would have done exactly the same thing.
I hit her, all right? I'm not proud of it, but she was coming at me with a frying pan. What would you do? It took it for years, but sometimes a man can only take so much.
Why did you break into your wife's house, Jacob? Why steal the ring?
What? What are you talking about? I've got a key. Why would I need to break in?
That's true, actually.
You took the ring because you found out who gave it to her.
What are you talking about?
Her prized garnet ring, given to her by her old boyfriend, Dick McCall.
I never knew that. I lived with that woman for 3 years, and I never knew that. Well, in that case, I think you should be talking to Dick McCall.
We'll do the detective work, lunkhead. Just answer the questions.
I'll see what I can do for you, Jacob. But I'm not promising. It still looks bad for you.
Okay, well, the captain's acting a bit weird. I mean, shouldn't be on my side.
We can still pull down a conviction for the skipper if we chase down this Mendez guy.
I don't know why the captain was that way. Or he just was probably just to be over and done with. God damn it. Oh, hold up. Location. Mendez apartment. Let's go. Which way? Ooh. Come on, bitches. Stop coming.
Central Unit, Car 16 Adam reports a possible jumper at 8 and Hope, the Methodist Church. Unit to handle code 2 identified.
Alonzo Mendez. Sound like a man who moonlights as the werewolf?
Don't sound like a man I'd let my daughter anywhere near.
You've got a daughter.
Spend enough time drinking, Cole, you'll find yourself with any number of things you don't want when you're sober.
So that's why you never sober up.
Exactly.
Someone just crashed somewhere. Alright, let's go and oh yeah, we have to see what apartment. Oh, for once it's no apartment.
Mendez, apartment 16.
God damn. That's the first. Okay, apartment 16. Where? Oh. 4th floor. Stop.
Here. The apartment's up on the top floor.
Well, let's go. Let's get it running. Oh. Oh, we're on the top floor. That's 14. Oh. 16.
Don't bother knocking, just kick the door in. Take a look around and see what you can find.
Oh, no one's home. Okay. Oh, nice little apartment. Cute and cozy. Kitchen looks quiet, windows open. Whoa. What is this? Oh, he's got the thing. Check this out.
Don't think this is any use to us.
Yes, it is. It's from the club. Isn't it? Oh, no, it's not. I'm picking up the old one. Damn it.
Gotta get these to Ray. Size 8s could help place Mendez at the scene.
That's true. So one missing bedroom, bro. Oh, look at this. Murder weapon. And a lipstick. Ah.
Brothers could match the color and brand of the body. Consistent with Celine's injuries, and the blood can be typed.
Do not lose that son of a bitch! I'll go get our wheel.
Motherfucker.
Mendez, stop right there!
Oh, you little cheeky guy. Come on. Climb. Hey, bro. Here we go. Slide.
You don't need to do this, Alonzo!
This guy's fast. Oh, he's getting a car. Come on. Where's my ride?
Get in and drive.
Yep. Where is it gone? No, don't get in my way, you stupid idiot. Oh,
hit him, Cole.
Shit.
Spin him out.
damn it. Coming.
I got an idea. Get him next to my window, Cole. Keep me alongside his vehicle, and I'll stop the son of a bitch.
Roger, roger.
Phelps, you gotta get me closer.
Roger. Oh, we got him.
You're under arrest for the murder of Celine Henry.
I ain't saying a goddamn thing.
You did a grand job, lads. Phelps, that's quite a way to acquit yourself in your first outing as a homicide investigator. It seems the city has a new and vengeful guardian. Considering the evidence against your suspect and the thoroughness with which a report was compiled, I foresee a safe passage through the courts, and the DA agrees with me. Brutality on a scale such as this deserves retribution. The people and the press of this city demand it.
Sweet. 5 stars. Get in. Oh, not so happy about the damages though. Alright. Well, hopefully the next case I will try and do my best and keep that at 0.
Something to this pain to cool the lava you pump through my veins, 'cause I'm burning up for you.
Pretty brutal, man.
Galloway. Got it, Skipper. Yeah, I'll bring him. He's my partner, after all.
What have we got?
New case. White female dumped in plain sight in the grass at the end of Hill Street. Hacks are all over it. Captain's trying to fend them off.
That sounds awfully similar.
The first rule of police work is make no assumptions until you've seen the evidence. Skipper wants you to have your newspaper face on, college boy. I think I know the place where they found the lady. It overlooks Sunset Boulevard. Let's go.
Got a new case. Sounds a little bit similar to apparently to the first one that we did.
That's the cop from the newspapers.
Yes, it is. Oh my god. All right, come on, dude. Go faster. So slow. Oh, choice of cars. Do I take the cop car or do I take? No, I'll take Rusty's car. Screw it. See you, bro.
You did a decent job on the Henry case, Phelps. Not bad for your first time at bat.
For doing 0
Thanks,
damage.
Rusty. Don't go getting ahead of yourself. That's one clearance under your belt. Now it's a new day with a new dead lady that needs our attention.
And no assumptions until we see the evidence, right?
Right. See, I knew you were a fast learner, Phelps. We might get along after all.
Oh, so talk to me. Alright, go left. How do I get up there? Left here? Yes. behind these houses, I'm guessing. Oh, where is it? God damn it.
Now, boys, you know as much as I do. I'll be holding a press conference once the autopsy's been completed. I have two of my finest investigators on the case, fresh from bringing down the sword of justice on the crazed sex
Captain,
Alonzo
aren't there
Mendez.
similarities between this murder and the murder of Celine Henry and of Elizabeth Short, for that
So you don't
matter?
believe there's a crazed sex killer at large preying on women?
Boys, be sensible. We have the greatest police force in all the world, with the greatest scientific investigators at our disposal. How can any killer continue to beat that? Be advised. We keep the gas chamber at San Quentin primed for the sons of Cain who continue to believe they can take a life in the City of Angels.
Yeah, right. Any new leads in the Dahlia case?
Run along, boys, and let these officers get to work. We have God's work to do here, and it can't be delayed.
What do we have, Captain?
Another woman sacrificed. Speak to Carruthers. I want daily reports, gentlemen.
Detective, I was first on scene.
Oh.
All these cops.
What are you going, brother?
What do you think?
Hey, talk to this guy.
Any ideas?
God damn it. Oh my god, what are you doing?
You find her, Gonzalez?
Not me. A family out for a stroll. I was first reporting.
Can you show me the body?
It's under the pepper tree, this way.
Cool. Under the pepper tree. Interesting place to put it. Nice little park though. Nice view.
Can't be much help to you, Phelps.
Okay. Oh, here we go.
Here she
There
is.
she is, yep. Footprints on the sides of the day.
The stomping angle in the Henry case, was it reported in the press?
Sure was. Every detail a copycat would want was there in the story.
Okay. Interesting. Oh, she walks around there as well. Will we go in the post today? Oh.
Well, we have a name. Can you run Deirdre Muller by RNI?
Back in a second.
Roger that. And what else? No, money.
If the motive was robbery, why not take the money?
It's a very good point. Very good point.
Officer Gonzalez, badge 994.
Alright, let's have a look. Let's go left.
Victim a white female Jane Doe on Hill Street.
Oh, what is that?
Looks like she was tied up.
It does at first, but that would leave a mark on her other wrist, too.
Yeah.
I think her watch might have been torn off.
Oh, it's a watch. Okay. Affirmative. Damn, he stamped on the body as well. Jesus. This definitely looks like a copycat, or it could be the same guy.
What's this mark? Cut on her finger.
Fourth finger, left hand, a wedding or engagement ring,
Yeah.
violently removed.
Jesus.
Thanks very much for your help.
No, I want to go to the face, you dumbass.
Look at your mark. It's very
distinctive. I'll do some comparisons back at the lab and get back to you.
Okay. I guess we're done.
Detectives, RNI says that Deirdre Mahler of 130 North Bonnie Bray was reported missing this morning by her husband, Hugo Mahler.
What'd I tell you?
Okay.
Let's grab the husband, take him downtown, and work him over. We could have this wrapped.
Similar MO.
To what? The Dahlia? I don't think so.
Celine Henry.
That's a closed case. This is probably another sad sack who lost his temper with a broad who wouldn't put out.
Are you a suspect, Rusty?
Watch your mouth, Phelps. All I'm saying is we got enough to do without reopening closed cases.
Talk me through it, Mal.
Severely battered, on display. Footprints would indicate that she has been stomped. Size of the footprints would seem to indicate a smallish men's shoe. What size shoe did Mendez wear?
8. You finished?
No, I'm not. At a glance, I would say strangulation was the cause of death. I'll need to do further tests for semen.
Angry boyfriend. If they were married, they'd be at home, not humping out here in Lover's Lane. Let's grab the husband, take him downtown, and work him over. We could have this wrapped up by lunchtime.
What about not making assumptions and going on the evidence?
Yeah, Rusty's definitely getting the intense there. Ooh, choice of cause.
Gotta be something big, right?
What is this? Is this a police car? Oh, wow. This is a new car? Cool. No, it's not a police car, though. Well, I'll take it. Alright, let's go. Ooh, I like the front of this bad boy. Oh, wait. Did I just
Still might be some play in the boyfriend angle.
I thought we were on our way to lock up the husband.
If he doesn't work out, that.
Deirdre Muller has suffered enough. More than enough. You shouldn't make disparaging comments about her without even the slightest inkling of what she was like.
She was a woman, wasn't she? No, around about my 3rd divorce, I realized women might not be the pure angels we imagine. You're married, ain't you, Phelps?
Don't make any insinuations about my wife.
Hey, she's a woman.
She's the mother of my children.
You're a father, Cole? But don't tell me your eye don't bend.
This conversation is over.
No, don't go, don't go. Stay. Thank you. This car is a bit slow though, god damn it. Damn it, I missed the turn. Damn it! Son of a bitch. Man, this car takes so long to turn. He's gonna crash. Ooh.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Is your father home?
He'll be home soon. He's been out looking for Mommy.
What's your name, miss?
Michelle Eloise Mahler?
Can we come in?
I suppose so.
Thank you. Could you have a seat for me, Michelle? We're gonna have a look around.
Alright, so the kid is home. But
He'll
no
be back
daddy.
any moment. Just sit tight.
Okay, we'll just have a quick wander.
Elgin wristwatch. Probably the same one snatched from her body.
There's nothing to worry about.
No sign of a wedding ring.
Alright, what else we got here? Oh, pair of boots. Size 8? Uh-oh.
Work boots. Size 8s.
This is not looking good for the Duddies.
Is this about Mommy? Daddy is trying to find her. Please tell me she's okay.
I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Michelle, but your mother is dead. Do you think you could answer a few questions for us?
Could try.
When did you last see your mother?
Yesterday afternoon. I went to a dance at Belmont High. Mommy was supposed to pick me up, but she didn't show.
So what did you do then?
I was upset. Daddy came instead.
Okay, but she's either telling the truth or it's doubt. I'm gonna go doubt.
So you were hanging around the school for quite a while. What happened with your father?
I don't know. I called and finally he answered. He came straight away then.
Some of your mother's jewelry was missing. Can you describe her things?
A ring, a watch. I never paid much attention to that stuff.
Go true.
I know it's painful, Michelle, but this may be important. She wore a wedding ring?
Mommy chose it herself. A rose gold wedding band and a matching diamond and ruby engagement ring.
She wore a watch?
Yes, the yellow gold Elgin watch. Daddy bought it for her birthday. I had a fight. It was kind of a makeup present.
Your mom and dad are happily married?
What are you saying? Of course they are.
Come on, girl.
They weren't happy, were they, Michelle? Did your father ever hit your mother?
Just the once. She said she would leave him if he ever did it again. He bought her a brooch pin to make up for it. Mommy always wore her golden butterfly.
Ah, there's the golden
Thanks, Miss
butterfly.
Muller. You've been very brave.
Hey! What gives?
Daddy, the police
Go to your
are
room,
here.
please, Michelle. I'll talk to the police.
Daddy, Mommy is gone.
Go to your room, young lady. She's not even out of school. You can't come in here interrogating her like she's
Your
some
wife
kind
was
of...
found murdered this morning.
Found? What the... But she only...
We have some questions that we would like to ask you.
Sure, yeah.
Let's see
Yeah,
what
I'll
the
do my
husband's
best.
got to say now.
What size shoe do you wear, Mr. Muller?
Why do you ask?
It's routine, sir. Simple process of elimination.
9s, I think.
No. We found your shoes, mate.
Why are you lying to me, Mr. Muller?
Why would I lie to you at a time like this?
Because we found your shoes, man.
That's funny. The work boots we found here are size 8s. Why lie about it if you've got nothing to hide?
Because I always get teased about the size of my feet. You know, small feet, small...
Always been true in my experience.
So you were here all night. You stayed in while your wife went out to pick up your daughter?
Yes, that's correct.
No.
You should come clean if you're having an affair, or if there's something going on.
I told you I was here. Were you saying I wasn't?
Oh yeah, your daughter said it, you cook.
So why did you take so long to answer the phone when your daughter called?
Okay, I went out for a while. I was driving around. It's my way of relaxing.
You phoned in a missing persons report this morning?
Yeah, that's right. My wife didn't come home last night. She left around 9:30. Michelle was out at dance. She called me to let me know that Deidre didn't turn up.
can't be too loud.
Did your wife ever go out by herself? To bars, nightclubs?
No. What are you suggesting? You suggesting my wife's loose? Now is not the time for you to be pushing me, mister.
Your daughter said you were having an argument.
We argued about who would pick up Michelle. I worked a full day. I wanted to come home, put my feet up.
Your wife was beaten and then strangled. In your case, you have no alibi and a history of violence towards your wife.
That's not true, god damn it.
It is true, Hugo. You're a violent man. You try to keep a lid on it at home, but sometimes you lost control. Your daughter and your wife were scared of you.
You don't know anything about me.
I know about the golden butterfly, Hugo, and how you bought your wife off the last time you heard her.
She liked to spend money, all right? Dresses, jewelry, her hair. It drove me goddamn crazy. Do I look like a Rockefeller?
Nobody likes a cheapskate, Hugo.
Getting hostile with us is a very bad idea, Hugo.
I'm no murderer.
Make some arrangements for your daughter, and then present yourself to Central Station for questioning.
You gotta be kidding me, Phelps. Put the cuffs on him.
This is an outrage. I didn't kill my wife.
Your daughter is in the next room, Muller, so I'm giving you a break. Don't make me change my mind, and don't make me come looking for you.
Okay, we got a neighbor that wants to talk to us.
Yes, ma'am.
I heard the terrible news over the radio.
And you can help us with our inquiries?
Yes, sir. They had a row last night. I heard Mrs. Muller screaming.
Did you see Mrs. Muller come home late last night at all?
No, not at all. I did see Mr. Muller put something in the incinerator earlier this morning, though.
I told you he was our guy. Now let's get this bum downtown and into a cell.
Look, there he is now.
Oh, there we go. Hey.
I survived the war.
Step away from the incinerator. Don't let him get away.
Okay, but no shooting. We need this guy to make the case.
Oh, what?
There he is, officer.
Go, 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 go. Come on, man. Tackle him. There we go. Cheeky bastard. What are you burning? Oh, look at that. Size 8.
This doesn't look good, Hugo. Is there someone you can call, miss?
I don't want home and
You need somewhere to stay, Michelle. You have other family? Grandparents? Aunts or uncles?
call Aunt Helen, but she lives in Bakersfield and
Call her. We're gonna get someone down here from Juvenile Hall to talk to you in the meantime.
Oh boy.
We ought to get some uniforms down here, clean up, take care of the kid.
Gotta make uncle first. The liaison.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on a Belmont High School.
Checking for you, Detective. Belmont High, 1575 West 2nd Street.
Thanks, ma'am.
Alright. To the school we go. What car are we taking? I'm gonna take that car. It's faster. Yep. What are you doing, Rusty? Come on, man.
Galloway, Homicide Division, badge number 564. Can we get Ray Pinker and a technical services team to a house at 130 North?
The siren might keep people out of your way, Phelps. What do you think?
Can we get Ray Pinker and a technical services team to a house at 130 North Bonnie Bray Street? Send someone down from Juvenile Hall.
All units in the vicinity in any Central unit. 211 is shots fired. 410 South Flower Street. Units that can handle code 3
Right there. God damn it.
downtown when he's available.
Got it, KGPL.
Any Central unit, if possible, 211 175 West 2nd Street. Stand by for further unit.
11K to KGBL. We'll take the 288. Go ahead with the further.
I'm surprised, you know. I didn't make the husband for it.
Always make the husband, Phelps. 9 times out of...
Oh,
Go,
we
Phelps.
got a
I'll take the
runner.
car and see if I can cut him off.
Oh, great. Go. Oh, there's a bicycle there. That's cool. Cheeky bastard. Come on, Claus. Come here, bro. Come on, give me the fast track, come on. Yes!
You're under arrest, Eli. You're in very deep trouble.
Yep. He does
Get some
have
backup
a
down here, Rusty.
similar look
We need to get this
from
one
the
downtown
beginning.
and into a cell.
Guy wearing the same hat.
I'll tell them we got a kitty raper coming in. They can roll out the red carpet.
What time did you see the person park the car?
Late last night, after school social, maybe 1 a.m. I've been keeping a good eye out lately. We've had problems with the child molester.
Eli Rooney. We've met him.
Filthy son of a bitch.
Yep.
He was here yesterday before the dance.
Was it him you saw park the car?
I don't know, sir. I'd like to say yes, but the truth is it was pretty dark.
Would you say Rooney is violent?
Yes, sir. I would say so, yes.
Thanks for your help.
Alright, let's have a look at this car. Oh, will you look at that? All this stuff. Apart from the watch, though.
Blood and skin samples. We better get Ray Pinker out here.
Mm-hmm.
It's from a Chrysler. Could be important.
The overalls are stenciled HM. Muller is a mechanic. I wonder what Eli does for a living.
Okay, that's it. Call Central, okay. Can't look inside the car. The phone's down there. But before we do that, let me just check this car. Oh man, damn. This is a nice looking car. And I've unlocked it. Hell yeah. Oh wait, there's a phone right here. Nope. This is a nice little coupe.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need interrogation set up at Central for both suspects being held in the Muller homicide case.
Certainly, Detective. I'll get in touch with the watch commander.
Thank you.
Alright. Return to Central for investigation. Cool, and just before we go out, let me just quickly check this cars out so that, you know, I haven't missed any to unlock. And this one, Central Morgue. We're gonna go there.
I say we make Rooney for this.
Hold up, brother. Come on. Why can't I run? What the fuck? Oh no, there was another car over here and it disappeared. Why? Nope. Got that one. God damn it. Is the sports car still there? Better be. Okay, I've unlocked all these cars. Alright, cool. Sports car it is then. Oh, come on, man. Run. God damn it. Come on, Rusty. Oh,
Cole, come on!
Straight into a wall, goddammit.
I don't know about this. My gut says Muller. We caught him trying to destroy evidence in his backyard, and that was his car with the bloody tools in it.
I never said it wasn't Muller. Hell, he probably killed his wife, deprived that poor kid of a mother. But he's not in immediate danger to anyone else. Rooney's a threat to every kid at Belmont.
He's a peeper, Rusty. We can pick him up for something else.
You really want to run that risk?
Damn, this car is fast. Woo! I like it. God
Jesus, Phelps!
Shut up.
Slow down. Get out of the way! There's a madman on the loose! Breathe, Phelps.
Phelps, Rusty, thanks for coming.
Can you blood type the shoes that we bagged and see if they're a match?
Sure. It'll all be in the report, but I'm assuming you want the details now?
Please. Cause of death is strangulation?
Correct. Take a look at the samples on the bench.
Ooh, okay. Top one. No? Okay. Bottom one? Yeah?
What are the normal uses for that kind of rope?
On boats, mooring lines.
Correct. Although Ray says that they're sometimes used as bell ropes in churches.
Okay.
So are we looking for a sailor or a minister?
Well, in my experience, sailors seem to have the greater libido.
Was Mrs. Muller criminally attacked?
No external or internal traces of semen.
Thanks, Mal. Anything else comes up, you let us know.
Anything else? Oh.
The shoe prints?
Size 8s. Very similar to the impressions from the Henry case.
Mm-hmm.
Now, who do we remember got caught in bloody size 8s? I think we have our bird.
Okay. Is that... No. Something else? Nope. Nothing in there.
We've got to nail this guy.
Okay, if you're finished jawing, we need to get moving.
Okay. Let's go back to the station and see who we are going to accuse. Alright, where's my ride? Where's my ride? Oh, it's here. Yes. Oh. Have I unlocked this car? Hello. Hey, boss. Hey, boss.
LAPD, I need to take your car.
You're the police?
Yes. Oh, I haven't. Sweet. 61 cars unlocked. Hell yeah. Shut up. Don't beep with me. Alright, let's go, Rusty. We are heading back to the station. Let's go.
Not exactly the happiest of places, the coroner's office.
Carruthers is a good man, professional, diligent. If you're working with a pro, it's easy to overlook the grim realities of a place like that.
Funny job, that. The coroner's.
How so?
You don't want them enjoying their work too much. The wrong kind of man can get awfully lonely rattling around a joint full of corpses.
Rusty, that's like something out of the pulps.
You been reading the same ones as me?
I thought you were usually too drunk to get through a magazine.
If I close one eye and squint, you can just about make out the print.
Damn it, I went past the station. God, son of a bitch. Move.
I get the point.
So shit. Okay.
You better not go soft on me in here, Phelps.
We'll work the evidence, Rusty. Let him do the rest.
Alright.
Are they ready?
Moeller's in 2 and the pervert's in 1. Get in there and get a conviction.
Alright, let's go talk to the hubby. Condition number 2 is this one here. Yep.
Here's where we stand, Hugo. Your next-door neighbor heard screaming coming from your house. You were burning your blood-stained shoes. You have no one who can confirm your whereabouts last night. Your daughter says you're a violent man. We have everything we need to send you to death row, and all you have to say for yourself is, I didn't do it.
I swear I didn't kill her. Give me that lie test. I can prove it.
Why did you burn your shoes, Hugo?
Because I knew you'd never believe me.
Believe what?
It's rabbit's blood. A guy at work brought him in and I helped him skin them.
Okay.
Do you know anything about ropes, Hugo?
As much as the next man. I was a scout. I learned some more in the army.
Oh, he probably does know a lot.
You learned to strangle with the rope in the army?
With rope, with my bare hands, but mainly with wire. I learned a lot of things in the army, but I still didn't kill my wife.
For argument's sake, what type of rope would you use?
If I had to, I would use a triple braid. Less flex, easier to control.
Your wife was beaten with a tire iron, Hugo. An appropriate choice of tool for a mechanic.
I know nothing about any tire iron.
You're lying, Hugo. You're gonna have to come clean on this.
You got no proof.
Found the tire iron.
Your wife drove a Chevrolet, Hugo. What make of car do you drive?
A Chrysler Airflow.
So I guess that explains why the tire iron that killed your wife came from a Chrysler.
Ouch.
We found your wife's car. Someone parked it at the school late last night. Do you have anything to say about that?
It wasn't me.
Where do you keep your work clothes?
I keep them at work in my locker.
But we found...
Enough lies, Hugo. Your overalls put you at the scene of the crime last night.
My overalls are in the laundry of my house.
Somebody lying.
Green overalls, bloodstained, with the initials HM found in the trunk of your wife's car.
They can't be mine.
Why, Hugo? Because if they were yours, they'd be in the incinerator too?
No, I'm not gonna charge him. Go talk to the other one. Interview room 1, where's that? Interview room 1. Where's interview room 1? Oh, down there. Alright, man. Rusty, you could have told
Captain.
Captain.
We were on our way to interview Eli Rooney.
Yes, Phelps, I know. This particular fiend is an old acquaintance. I have tried to reaffirm his belief in a wrathful and terrible God.
Oh, somebody got a video.
Whichever way it goes, I'll be dealing personally with him.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to put it in one.
You look like you've had it rough.
You see me asking for your sympathy, boy?
You down on your luck, Eli?
I had worse. My family ate roadkill during the Dust Bowl.
But you have a job. A parolee has to have a job, correct?
I had me a job down in San Pedro. I'm looking for something new.
No.
This place you worked have a name?
Hennessy Marine. You can't miss the place. Big yellow letters, HM out front.
They give you any workwear, Eli?
Interesting.
Sure. Green coverall. Dang thing was hot. Felt like I was back in the pen wearing it.
I think it was this guy.
You ever tie up any of your victims, Eli?
It's not a nice thing to go calling them.
What would you call them?
I can't say. I learned a long time ago not to go talking about the things I like.
Look at him.
Talking about it just seems to get people's dander up.
Answer the goddamn question, Rooney, before I brain you.
See what I mean? Short answer is yes.
You have any preference regarding rope, Eli?
I know a good rope from a bad rope, if that's what you mean. That's not what you mean, is it? Any old rope will do me fine.
Yeah.
Farm boy like you, Eli, must prefer Magay for roping. Am I right?
I prefer braid. Tie, hitch, and braid. It stays tied.
You killed Mrs. Muller and stole her jewelry.
That ain't so. I ain't done nothing like that.
But...
I done 14 years in and out of prison, son. You think you can outweight me? You're wrong.
Well, we've got nothing to lie with him, so it's probably gonna be doubt.
You have no job and nowhere to live by the smell of things, and you need money. You've been in trouble before, Eli. Who do you think a jury will believe?
I've been in trouble for other things, but I ain't never killed no one. I saw that car coming to the parking lot late last night. Man got changed there and then put his coveralls in the trunk. I saw him drop the butterfly in the lamplight and he strolled out, cool as you like. And I went over and I picked it up.
What size boot do you wear, Eli?
Kind of like anything I can get my hands on. I'm wearing 11s.
You're maybe 5'5", 5'6" tops, and you wear size 11s? I don't think so, Eli.
That might be on the large side. Maybe 10s.
Maybe 8s.
Now that I come to think of it.
Why punish children with your iniquity, Eli?
Do you think I was never punished?
You must know what you're doing is evil.
Well, son, nobody's perfect.
Wow. I'm gonna charge this son of a bitch.
Eli Rooney, I'm charging you with the first-degree murder of Deirdre Muller.
You want to put me back if I stir that badly, boy? You go ahead and try. I'll beat that rap. I ain't a killer.
Ah, Phelps, Galloway. Congratulations are at hand. Drink, boys? I think you'll receive a commendation for this one, gentlemen. In the meantime, I'll speak to the DA about expediting the passage of the case. We need swift and merciless justice for poor Deirdre.
We captured 2 regular army.
Lieutenant!
Well, we've been over this. That sniper barely missed you back on the beach. Until the mission is over, there'll be no more saluting or signs of rank.
I'm in charge here, Medier!
Do you wish to interrogate the prisoners?
No, they're beat. Why they look so sullen?
You're wondering why we haven't killed them yet. There is no greater shame than being taken prisoner.
Yet this golden boy actually seems to know what he's doing. See that, boys? He slapped that Jap right upside the head.
It was merely to remind him of his place. His shame was the tone of voice that he used with a superior. I respect the Japanese, Corporal.
Respect, we're here to kill the sons of bitches.
Do you know why we are fighting the Japanese, Private?
With respect, sir, these bastards attacked Pearl Harbor.
And why did they attack Pearl, Private?
Because they hate the US of A and our way of life.
They attacked the US because we cut off their oil. What would we do if another country denied us the gas to run our cars?
Ah, Phelps. I was just discussing with Finbar here how well you were doing. Have a seat.
Yeah, it's my real name. And you can just forget all about it.
You boys have a new case. A poor Hispanic woman murdered near City Hall and left lying naked in an alleyway.
Another naked woman, sir?
Yes. We seem to have had quite a run of them since the Dahlia fiend first struck.
Phelps is politely trying to hint that he thinks the Mendez case is hokey.
Well, young Phelps, you win some and you lose some in police work.
You're happy with the Mueller case, sir?
Over the moon, boys! The DA couldn't be more pleased with the evidence, the witness, and the lack of an alibi. Now, get out there and catch me another sinner.
Alright then. Seems it's becoming into a serial killer
You have
case.
the address?
It's the alley off Aliso between Los Angeles and Alameda.
You're kidding. The next one will be opposite Central Station.
Count yourself lucky, Phelps. Most guys would kill to land a case so close to their desk.
Yeah, it means they can pop in to hit the office supply of hooch whenever they need it.
You know, that ain't a bad idea. That is not a bad idea at all, Phelps.
Detectives, they're ready to start the show. I'll take you through.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Brothers, Pinker?
Cause of death is pretty apparent. We thought we'd best wait for you when you're ready.
Okay. Well, this looks like the serial killer style.
The lacerations on the neck
God.
would indicate a great deal of force.
Jesus.
21 years old. But why the library card? Did he want us to find it? Kiss the blood, BD. Another wedding ring torn from the finger. No skin under the fingernails.
Jesus. Ugh.
The evidence in the Mueller case was solid. I'm not convinced about Mendez.
The best way to get away with murder is to pin it on somebody else. I'll bet a month's salary this is a copycat.
Strangled, battered.
Yeah. We know the M.O. So does every jerk who kills his wife and girlfriend looking for a way out. I've spoken to Brown. He still believes the Dahlia perp has medical experience.
4 women, all murdered, all put on display, all with messages.
Mueller had no message. Look, Phelps, this is getting us nowhere.
Anything for us to go on, Mal?
Head injuries from contact with road, bruising from a small man's shoe, further blunt force trauma to the occipital region at the base of the skull. Could have been fatal, but clear signs of strangulation would seem to rule it out.
Lipstick appears to be a similar color to the other cases. I'll see if I can nail down a brand.
Okay, what do we got here? No.
If she took a blow to the head like the others, she was probably unconscious when strangled.
Damn. Maybe.
May as well follow the trail.
Alright, we got ourselves a trail to go on. The woman's hat.
Antonia. Huh. Same as the library card.
Follow the blood, follow the blood. That's where we go. What is this taking me?
Proximity to the scene, plus the bloodstains. No way is this coincidence.
Oh, there's the van. Oh, what? Something just... Oh. It's just showing me the way. Okay.
On it goes.
Oh, something shiny over there. Alright. But before we go there, we gotta unlock this car. Hopefully I can get in. Yes? No! Why can't I not get inside the vehicle?
We kept the area pristine for you boys. Let's check it out.
Oh, son of a bitch. I mean, surely I should be able to unlock this car. And this would be the perfect... God damn it.
House keys, strung up like bait on a hook.
Fine.
You think he's trying to lead us somewhere?
Probably all the way to City Hall, that brazen son of a bitch.
That's got to be a code or a cipher.
Okay. What? Going up? Yep. Let's go. Hey, Pidgeys. Empty.
Empty? Where is all of this meant to be taking us?
It's written by hand. BD.
Clearly wants us to find these things. He's left them for us.
Come on, brother.
There you go, Phelps. You got a new M.O. I told you it wasn't our guy.
Or he might just be getting more confident. Enameled and gold-plated. This was precious to her.
Yeah, this definitely seems to be a serial killer if he's leaving a trail like this. He's a smart serial killer. Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Son of a bitch. I missed it, didn't I? I did.
Pulled from the finger and hung up here. What's the significance? Looks as though the killer was decorating with this.
Nice. And a bag.
Son of a bitch wants her identified. Mrs. Antonia Maldonado, 712 North Hill Street, downtown.
Okay. Please tell me I can use this now. No! Why, man? God damn it. You're a cunt for locking that car. Son of a bitch. I've unlocked this one, right? No, wait. Antonio residence. Antonio.
It was Mrs. Maldonado, right?
That's affirmative.
All right, so that...
Sorry, I didn't mean to... I just wanna... Why doesn't this car wanna get unlocked? Pisses me off, I tell ya. It's like one of the only cars that I need to unlock from the police force. Son of a bitch. Oh well. Yeah, man. Let's take this car. Rusty's car.
Ah, Rusty's razor, of course. I don't want to question your tried and tested techniques, Detective Galloway. But doesn't the DA require sound casework before he'll close the book?
Not if he's got a confession. And, you know, there's ways of getting those.
I'm sure.
7825, code 6.
Fuck you. You heard the siren. Come on. Piece of shit.
Any central unit, car 16 Adam reports a possible jumper at 8th and Hope. The Methodist Church unit to handle code 2 identify.
Slow and steady, come on!
Wait just a moment! I'm sorry. Can I help you?
LAPD, ma'am. Detective Phelps and Galloway. Does Mrs. Maldonado live here?
Yes, she does. I'm Mrs. Barbara LaPenta, the owner of this boarding house. Is there a problem?
I'm afraid so, ma'am. Do you mind if we come in? Is there somewhere we can discuss this?
Of course. Follow me through to the parlor. Wipe your feet as you come in, detectives. It's this way.
Mrs. Maldonado was found dead this morning.
Dead? Oh, no. She can't be.
I'm afraid she was murdered, ma'am. We need to take a look at her things.
I can't believe it. A person seems so alive, and then they're gone. Antonia's room is upstairs, last door on the left.
Thank you. We'll be back shortly.
Excuse us a moment, ma'am.
All right, let's go check her room out.
What are we waiting for?
I don't know, man. I don't know what you waiting for, bro. Whoa. Talk about a messy room. Hello.
A smashed window explains why the place looks tossed. So someone broke in using this thing instead of a crowbar. Wonder where it was taken from. Okay, we have an address.
Divorce papers. Oh, sorry, attorney.
The charm bracelet wasn't among the crime scene evidence.
Let's go chat to this old lady. Shoot, see what she got to say.
We have some questions, ma'am, if you're up to it.
Yes, Detective. I'll do my best.
Do you have any idea who might have wanted to hurt Mrs. Maldonado?
That rat of her husband, Angel. She was serving him divorce papers.
If I killed every wife to serve me papers, I'd be a mass murderer.
Are you being flippant, young man?
No, ma'am.
What can you tell us about Angel Maldonado?
She married him when she was 17. He was cruel to her, very cruel. She was a good girl, little on the religious side, but a good girl.
What time did Antonia go out yesterday?
She left around 9.
Do you know where she went?
No, I have no idea. She was a good girl, but she didn't confide in me.
Come on, you know.
A nosy old hag like you knows everything about the people who live under her roof. Where did she go?
I think she went to a bar. She's been drinking quite a lot lately.
This bar have a name?
El Dorado Bar. It's a Latino place on North Los Angeles Street.
That's only a couple of blocks from where we found the body.
You've had a break-in?
No! That can't be true.
You're being economical with the truth, Mrs. Lepenti.
Come on,
what do you have to hide?
I have no idea what you are talking about.
Hello? Broken window.
So Antonia lost her keys and used an iron bar to jimmy the back window?
I heard a noise in the early hours of the morning. I thought it might be a raccoon at the milk bottles. It'd be very bad for business if this news got out. I have a reputation to protect.
Antonia and her husband were estranged?
Yes. She moved here after she separated from her husband 2 months ago.
But Antonia still wore a wedding ring?
She wore the wedding ring and a necklace. She always wore a religious necklace. That's about all of her jewelry.
No, it's not.
What about her bracelet?
I don't know anything about a bracelet.
In her wedding photo, she's displaying a charm bracelet.
That thing? She never wore it. He gave it to her. She always kept it in that wooden jewelry box.
Okay.
Thanks, ma'am. You've been very helpful.
Pay a call to that husband of hers. Lock him up and throw away the key.
We can either front Angel, seeing as the finger's pointing right at him, or we could check out the El Dorado bar.
We'll go to El Dorado bar. El Dorado, man.
A nosy old hag? Ah! And I thought I was coming on strong with the ex-wives line.
Sometimes you have to be firm to get the information you need.
God damn it, ain't that the truth?
You don't think it's strange that all these murders are happening to...
Oh. Watch where you're driving, you maniac!
Sorry.
No. A broad drinks, she gets a bit tight, she starts mouthing off. This leads to that, and she ends up in an alleyway. It's a sad story, but this town's seen it play out 1,000 times, Cole.
Why don't you want to see a connection here?
Because there are perfectly good real-life suspects for every... We don't need to go looking for the monster under the bed.
Think there's anything to the divorce angle?
I've been through 3, Phelps. No big deal. After a while, you just numb it.
Oh, wow.
Gently.
Sorry.
Where's that goddamn waitress?
Okay. So this letter was left by her and picked up by the bartender. Oh,
Divorce papers?
Divorce paper, yeah.
Did you open them?
No need to. She was shouting about it and waving the letter around. Said she was going to show him.
All right.
Can you remember what jewelry she was wearing?
She had a necklace. Some kind of religious thing, I think. The temp guy would have more of an idea. She took the beer he served her and cried into it all night.
What time did she leave?
Can't say for sure.
Bullshit. Come on, man.
Where did she go? Give me something or the LAPD will start getting interested in this place.
Take it easy. She wanted a cab, okay? And my phone was out of order. The closest one I knew was at the fruit market across the street, so I suggested she try there. She seemed reluctant.
Did Antonia say where she was going when she left?
She said she was going to serve the papers on the husband. Said that would take the smile off his face. If you ask me, she was scared. And the drink was for Dutch courage.
She attract any interest?
An extremely drunk young woman? What do you think? She managed to scare them off, though.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
No problem. Hey, get the guy, will you?
All right.
We'll do our best. One last question. What size shoe do you take, Mr. Aguilar?
A broad 9. I have wide feet.
Just checking, man. Just checking.
So,
Oh.
Say, honey, what time do you get off waiting tables?
Border.
a waitress. Can I have another spoon?
And this goes out.
Sir, do you work here?
Sorry, pal, just making deliveries.
From where?
Just Pig Fruit Market across the street.
A fruit market delivers here?
Yeah, sure does. The Mexes love a little slice with their tequila.
Fine, thanks.
Alright. What else we got here? Isn't this the alleyway? Seems like it. Alright. Let's get back in the car. If I can run, that would be great. But nope, doesn't want to run. Oh, there's the fruit market. Yeah, let's go to Maldonado Residence.
How about we drop in on the husband instead? See if your gut is right.
I'll take a bar over a husband every day of the week. If you're gonna drive like this, at least use the siren.
this brick lives.
Maldonado is in apartment 304.
Roger, boss. Alright, where's 304? Wait, 304, what is this? 203, so it's gotta be up on the next floor. Alright,
now look, I don't want no trouble, see?
What do you think, Lewis?
Mother. Oh, this guy he knows his stuff, eh? Oh, son of a bitch, knows out my heart. Motherfucker, you're going down now, brother. You are going out of your league. Bang! Down. Alright. Alright, so they're sent to the station. Antonio, sorry, the husband and
Phelps,
his brother.
I don't care that you just got smacked in the head.
Yo, man, pick up
You
your
don't
hat,
call
bro.
me Finbar.
You just go around it. Alright, fine. What do we got here? Let's have a look. Oh.
Just picked fruit market.
Mm-hmm. Man, they're everywhere, this marketplace. What else we got? Nothing. Oh, hello.
This will take some explaining.
Hell yeah, it will.
Maybe one of the neighbors took notice of Angel's movements. He's got no alibi. He's toast.
What do you want?
LAPD. We're making some inquiries.
Make it quick. I work nights.
So you weren't home last night?
No, I was at work.
You know nothing about Mrs. Maldonado fighting with her husband?
Those two? They're always screaming the place down.
Thanks.
Ouch. Straight in the face.
Hey, sorry about that. I'm playing with my kids.
LAPD. Were you here last night?
Yeah. My wife and I are separated, and I had the kids last night. I put them to bed early and went to bed myself.
Why won't you
Thanks.
show your face, brother?
Hello.
LAPD, ma'am. Did you hear a disturbance last night?
Yes. Yes, I did. Mrs. Maldonado lit out of here, and her husband ran out after her.
You saw this, Miss?
Aranda. I had the door open a crack.
Did you see Mr. Maldonado come back inside after he ran out?
No. I didn't.
Thanks. We'll be in touch.
I kept thinking you were going to call that one a nosy old hag too, Phelps.
Well, use the phone.
I'm executing restraint right now, Finbar.
Finbar.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Any messages?
Message from Captain Donnelly, Detective. Your presence is requested urgently at Central Station. A new letter from the Dahlia killer has been found.
Oh.
Thanks for your help.
Alright. Let's go to the station. Dun 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 dun. Down a step. Down a step. And down a step. Right, where's my car? No. No. Police station we go. Alright. Come on, bro, where are you? My god, he's slow.
Another letter? I thought the letter was from a nut.
These letters, Brown and Hanson believe they are genuine. From him.
Now we sent another.
You know, I really hate this fuck. This Black Dahlia guy.
Easy.
The captain is waiting for you downstairs with Pinker.
Okay. Downstairs we go.
Isn't he the cop who won a medal in solving all the cases?
Pretty, you're gonna go downstairs so slow. Oh my god, dude. Wow. Oh, I can't even run, that's why. Oh.
Boys, come on in. Phelps, have you met Finis Brown?
Pleased to meet you, sir.
This information is confidential and doesn't leave this room.
The new letter was left in the back seat of a cab. The driver thinks it was put through the window and not left by a customer.
We're checking all his fares back 24 hours regardless.
Good.
Like the previous letters, it's been assembled from headlines and type from the Times and Examiner, then glued to an envelope.
What is the other note?
This one? That's also new. A poem, hand-typed.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Go ahead. We've been over both documents pretty carefully. They've been wiped with gasoline, so there's no chance of prints.
Interesting.
That's the message from the Celine Henry case.
This is definitely serial killer, surely.
Heap upon thy soul by virtue of this curse.
That's why we called you in.
Do you think it's original?
Not unless he's a genius.
You like this nutjob's poem?
No, I like Shelley. It was written at least 100 years ago.
Shelley? Sure, I knew that.
You see, Finis? I told you this lad was a bright boy.
Sure, but what has it got to do with the case?
Prometheus Unbound. Prometheus was a titan, a superhuman character who defied the gods to bring fire to humanity.
The Dahlia guy believes he's Superman.
Your guess is as good as mine. One thing for sure is that he's educated. What about the link to the Henry case?
He could have got the wording from the papers. As you said, he is fiendishly clever and takes pleasure in taunting us. What's happening with the Maldonado case?
We have the husband in custody. We haven't interviewed him yet.
Well, upstairs then, lads, and see if we can break him.
Alright, let's go see if we can break this asshole. Yep, still can't run. I wonder why he can't run down there.
Save all year and not be able to afford that.
Alright, interview number 2. Is he there? Oh yeah, there he is.
Improved your attitude, Angel?
What do you want me to say? I was with Antonia the night she died, but she left the apartment, and that was the last time I saw her.
So your wife paid you a visit last night. What time was that?
Late, around midnight, maybe? She didn't stay long.
Lies.
You're lying, Angel. You went after her. I think you killed her.
You're out of your mind. My brother will tell you I was at home.
No, sir. You got a nosy neighbor.
We have a witness who confirms that you were arguing, that your wife ran out, that you followed her and didn't come back.
I know this looks bad, but it's not true. We argued, all right, but she went out and I went out after her and she jumped in a car on the corner.
There was a car waiting for her? Can you describe the driver?
Not the driver. It was too dark. But the car, it was a brown Ford Coupe.
Ford Coupe.
You and your wife weren't getting along. She was divorcing you. Is that why you killed her?
We fought, yeah, but we weren't getting a divorce.
Yes, you were.
I don't believe you, Angel. She'd been granted a decree nisi. She pushed you too far and you lashed out.
I told you. I wouldn't accept a divorce.
Divorce papers. Yep.
The judge had set a date. You were going to be paraded in front of the whole city for your cruelty to her, Angel.
Antonia. Oh, Jesus. She came in drunk, out of her mind. She doesn't normally drink. She was looking around in her bag. Said she wanted to serve me papers. Me, her own husband. So I slapped her down. And she ran out. That's the truth.
What size shoe do you wear, Angel?
Size 8. What difference does that make?
Oof.
When we found your wife, her jewelry had been removed. Was she wearing her religious medallion last night?
Sure. She always wore that.
True.
What about the charm bracelet? Was she wearing that?
You know about that? She never wore it. She didn't like the message. She kept it locked up in that box of hers.
Your wife has been brutally murdered. So how do you explain your shirt being covered in blood?
You found that? I cut myself shaving.
Come on, man.
Angel, I'm not going to waste any more time on this. Give me something or I'm going to have you charged.
My brother, Ippolito, he said some bad things about Antonia last night. So I had to sock him one. We got into it.
Keep talking.
She said she came from the El Dorado bar.
And?
It's not one of my places. We used to buy fruit at the market down the street. But the creep there was always running his eyes all over my wife.
What's the name of this fruit market?
Just picked fruit. Ord Street downtown.
All right.
One last question, Angel. Do the words kiss the blood mean anything to you?
No. Sounds sick to me.
You're not in the clear by any means, Angel. You're going back into a cell. You should think about whether you have anything else you need to share with us.
All right. Guess we're going down to the fruit market.
What's your read on Maldonado?
I still like him for it. Seriously, that line about the guy at the fruit market making eyes at his woman? Please. We'll get to the market and the guy behind the counter will tell us he saw Angel drag his old lady off into the night. This case will be shut like all the others.
God damn it.
Calm down.
The handbag was left just up there, overlooking the market.
Oh, it's the
Could've
same
come
guy
here
from
from
the
the
bar.
start, saved ourselves
Well, the
a
back of
day's
the bar.
legwork.
Sir, Wait, you look familiar.
Hey, from the bar, right? What brings you here?
LAPD, Detective Phelps and Galloway.
Clem Feeney. What can I do for you?
Did you happen to see a young woman last night? 21 years old, Hispanic?
Sure, she came by last night. Why do you ask?
There we go.
She was wearing a necklace?
I didn't notice.
You weren't paying attention, Feeney?
Hey, you're getting the wrong idea.
Exactly how much fruit do you sell here after midnight, Clem?
Look, not much. I sell the odd bottle on the side to the after-hours crowd. Look, I don't want any trouble. I'm just trying to make a buck.
The young lady arrived around midnight?
Yeah, something like that. Used the phone for a cab and then left.
You already knew Mrs. Maldonado, didn't you, Clem?
Sure, I met her before. She seemed like a nice lady. Her husband went apeshit one day when he caught me talking to her. She had me back until last night.
Where did she go from here?
She wanted a cab, but I couldn't get her one. I was about to offer to drive her, but a car pulled up and she got into that.
Oh.
Can you describe the car?
Brown Ford Coupe, I think.
Yep.
She
I
seemed to
think
know the
that's
guy.
a serial killer.
Do you mind if we look around?
Why would you want to do that?
Because we say so.
I guess you can. Hey, don't you have to get a court order or something? I have rights.
Nope.
Clem? Shh.
You tell him. Rusty. The knife. Clearly.
Why cut someone who was already dead?
It's a typical power thing. Once the stiff is dead, the creep usually feels they can do whatever they like. They must have seen it during the war.
Oh, there's the box.
So what are we hiding in here? This thing needs a combination.
253 was it? 253, yeah? Yeah, okay. And then that one... 5... and 3. No. Oh, no, it's a 2. There we go. That's all her stuff. The charm bracelets and necklace.
God damn it, get after him, Cole.
You guessed it, he's running.
I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck. We should have grabbed him when we had the chance, Phelps.
When we had the chance, we didn't know he was our guy.
Come on, Paul. Shoot
Strange that he'd leave a trail of blood right back to his own market.
Maybe he wanted to be caught. A lot of them do.
Oh, you idiot people.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
It's almost too perfect, isn't it?
There's no such thing as too perfect. Hit him, Cole. Spin him out.
Oh, come on.
I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
You're a sick man, Clem. You need help.
Outstanding job on this case, gentlemen. The poor woman can now rest in peace. I'll pay the fiend a personal visit myself and remind him that crime in this city does not go unpunished. When they finish with him at the receiving hospital, we'll have him up before the grand jury. I have a meeting this afternoon with the mayor, lads. I'll be sure to mention your names. Now, on your way.
Well, did a lot of damage, but 5 stars.